Okay, let's really unpack this story you sent over about Majed. It's quite something, a huge life-changing challenge, right? And $250,000 potentially on the line.
Absolutely.
This isn't just, another weight loss story. It feels like it's about sheer determination, support, and just this incredible personal transformation. Let's dive right in.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating, I think, is just the scale of it all. A full year, the target was 100 pounds, which is huge. And that $250,000 prize,
Hmm.
that's serious money,
Huge incentive.
definitely.
Yeah.
And he was set up in this dedicated house, had his own gym, all the healthy food he could want, like a perfect little bubble for change.
But there was that catch, right? The red line.
Exactly. The red line, he had this mark-off area, his zone, step outside it, game over, lose everything.
Wow.
It immediately makes you wonder, doesn't it? How much does that kind of external thing, that pressure, really drive, lasting internal change?
Yeah, great question. So Majed starts at 324 pounds. And that first day, it really stood out to me in the source material. He tries working out.
And then pretty much collapses into bed. Like it just hits him how incredibly hard this is going to be, that reality check.
That initial shock, yeah. And that's exactly where the structure, the support becomes so vital. Enter Coach Wall.
Ah, the coach.
Crucial.
Crucial. And not just a trainer yelling reps, right? He was more like a guide, actually teaching Aj how to do a proper squat, like for the first time ever.
Basics.
Total basics. And shifting him away from the old habits, the PB&Js and energy drinks,
Yeah.
to actually making omelets, grilling food, building those practical skills,
Yeah.
nutritional literacy.
Absolutely. And Maj's dedication right from the start,
Yep.
it was pretty incredible. Up to 18,000 steps a day,
Wow.
lifting weights 5 days a week, sticking tight to that 2,500 calorie plan. It seemed like he just decided every single morning, okay, I'm winning today.
That mindset is key.
Yeah.
Then came the first weigh-in after 30 days. He apparently had no clue how much he'd lost.
The suspense.
Right. And the reveal. 20 pounds down, he hit 303. That's 20% of the total goal right there in the first month.
That must have felt amazing.
Oh, huge. It's that proof of concept, Psychologically massive. Those small wins, they build momentum when things feel impossible.
Totally. Though he did say, 20 pounds is just the start, still 80 to go, kept it real.
He did. But then things got even more interesting with these micro challenges.
Right, to boost the prize money. So day 60, another weigh-in, and then this push-up challenge, $1,000 per push-up.
Yeah. And remember, day one, push-ups were not his thing.
Not at all. So what happened? How many did he do?
He banged out 31 push-ups. 31.
No way. That's $31,000.
Exactly. Added straight to the pool, he'd more than doubled what he could do initially. And at that point, day 60, he was down to 286 pounds. That's 38% of the goal weight gone already.
Incredible progress.
It really shows how, like, gamifying it, giving that immediate reward,
Hmm.
it fuels the effort. He wasn't just getting stronger physically. He was building that belief, that self-efficacy, proof that the work pays off.
Yeah, you could almost see him changing, making his own smoothies, his pants getting looser.
Constantly pulling them up.
Huh, yeah. And then getting those clothes a size smaller, going from 3XL down to 2XL. That's a visible win. You could just see his confidence bloom.
And importantly, the sources showed him taking rest days, getting weekly doctor checkups. It wasn't just about pushing hard, it was about doing it healthily, sustainably.
Good point, that holistic approach.
Crucial for making it stick. And his mindset was described as locked in as ever, believing in himself to the highest. That shows the internal motivation kicking in alongside the prize money.
But then, things took a turn. Right when he was feeling so good, seeing results, he just seemed to hit a wall.
Yeah.
Tired, bad weather, coach wasn't around as much.
Yeah.
It felt like the motivation dipped. What was really going on there underneath it all?
Well, this is where it gets really, really deep. It wasn't just a slump. It showed how powerful emotional triggers are, like how grief can just derail everything.
Mhm.
He revealed it coincided with the one-year anniversary of his father's death.
Oh,
Yeah. And apparently, he had lost weight before. His dad congratulated him. And then after his dad passed, he regained it, losing a parent. That's immense. And it triggers something here, too.
that makes so much sense.
It really underlines that this stuff isn't just physical. You have to deal with the emotional, the psychological side. And that's where Coach Wall really stepped up, became more than a trainer, a real friend, emotional support, like family.
That bond. But then the story takes just a devastating turn. The news about Coach Wall.
Yeah, just
Okay.
awful. A producer had to deliver the news. Coach Wall was found dead.
Oh my God.
Maj's reaction. Just disbelief, shock, deep grief. And the host of the whole thing wasn't even there, was on the other side of the world. It really hits you, the human cost behind these challenges sometimes.
Unbelievable. How do you even process that, let alone continue?
Exactly. And the host actually offered him an out, said, look, we can stop this right now.
Understandable.
Completely.
Mhm.
But Mod refused. He said he had to continue. For himself, yes, but now. Now's for Coach, too. He literally said, I can't let him down. He's watching.
Wow. Chills.
It completely shifted his motivation, didn't it? From the external prize to this deeply personal why. He would even take another trainer. He wanted to finish it with Coach Wall.
Yeah.
In spirit. It's resilience. Post-traumatic growth, almost.
Incredible strength. So, to honor Coach, they gave him that plaque, right? For the wall in the gym.
Yeah, right by the door. A daily reminder, turning that grief into fuel.
And at day 100, he hit a milestone. Over 50 pounds lost, down to 271, officially halfway.
Halfway there. And then came the next micro challenge.
Yeah.
The money.
Ah, yes, carrying cash around the building.
$40,000 worth. Testing his grip, his endurance under serious pressure. Drop $1, lose it all.
The pressure.
But he did it. Completed the walk, added the $40K to the pot, bringing it up to $321,000, and straight away dedicated it to Coach Wall. Just showed how much that connection was driving him now.
Amazing. Okay, next hurdle. The mile run. Under 8 minutes, 30 seconds. That's half his original time.
Yeah, his first time was like 17 minutes. So cutting that in half, that's a huge ask for someone who wasn't a runner.
Massive. Did he get any extra help for that one?
He did. This is where Shopify stepped in. They provided him with proper running shoes, supplements, tracksuit, all from businesses on their platform.
Nice bit of partnership there.
Yeah, showing that wider support network. And around this time, he dropped another clothing size, down to an XL now, from 3XL originally.
Keeping track. So the run.
He smashed it. Day 130, he ran the mile in 8 minutes and 4 seconds. Just incredible. Won another $25,000.
Unreal improvement.
It really is. Shows what targeted training can do. Plus, just being lighter helps a ton.
Okay, day 161, he's at 234 pounds, only 10 pounds left.
So close.
And the final micro challenge, the dead hang. 100 feet up in the air, $1,000 a second.
Yep. And his first try, just 6 seconds, which they called awful.
Haha, direct.
But wait, there's more. An extra 10 grand if he could do one pull-up, something he'd never, ever done.
The ultimate challenge. Did they bring in help for this one too?
They did. Jeff Neppard, the bodybuilding expert, came in to give him some pointers.
So the final result, the hang, the pull-up.
Okay, get this. The dead hang. He went from 6 seconds to 60 seconds.
That's $60,000.
$60,000. And the pull-ups. He didn't just do one, he did 3.
3 pull-ups, no way.
Yes. So another $10,000 bonus. His prize pool shot up to $417,000.
That is absolutely mind-blowing. From 0 pull-ups to 3, and that hang time,
Yeah.
just wow.
It's that combination, isn't it? The physical transformation, the weight loss making it easier, but also that sheer mental drive fueled by everything he'd been through, especially for Coach.
Unstoppable. So only 10 pounds to go. They put him on daily weigh-ins then.
Yeah, the final stretch. Super close. At one point, just half a pound away. You could really feel the anticipation building. He'd been in that house so long, watching the seasons change outside the window.
Isolated, focused.
Totally. And to really hammer home how far he'd come, they did a couple of things. He tried on his old 3XL clothes.
Must have been swimming in them.
Looked like it. And then they brought out this replica bodysuit with 97 pounds, the exact amount he'd lost up to that point.
Whoa.
Had him run in it, just to physically feel what he used to carry around every single day.
Yeah.
A really visceral way to appreciate the change.
Powerful stuff. Okay, so the final weigh-in, day 178.
The moment of truth.
All those calories cut, fat mass down by over half, nearly 4,000 push-ups, thousands of basketball shots. The doctor said he added 5 years to his life.
Incredible health benefits beyond the weight.
And the number on the scale.
224 pounds. He did it. Lost 100 pounds.
Yes. Amazing. The relief, the emotion.
Huge celebration. And there was this clip of him from day one reminding his future self, you never want to go back.
Powerful message.
Really brings it home. It's not just the number. It's that fundamental shift in who he is, how he feels. And he immediately acknowledged Coach Wall, tears in his eyes, saying something like, he said it would be cool to do this together. Today's the day we do it together.
Oh, man. Right in the feels. It shows the real prize wasn't just the cash, was it?
Not at all. It was the self-belief, the health, definitely honoring his coach, those human connections, building a whole new identity.
So wrapping this up, what are the big takeaways here for us, for you listening? It clearly shows how much structure, goals, incentives can help.
Undeniably, that setup worked.
But maybe even more than that, it's about resilience, right? Facing that immense loss and somehow turning grief into this powerful motivation.
Absolutely. That transformation of grief into fuel is extraordinary. And then Maj himself says something really thought-provoking at the end. He says, the journey's almost over in here. The real journey starts on the outside.
Hmm, good point.
And that leaves a question for you listening. What are the red lines in your own life? Maybe not literal ones, but the boundaries or fears you're hesitant to cross. And how do you take lessons learned in a structured setting, maybe a program, a challenge, even just a good routine, and apply them to the messy reality of everyday life? You know, when the cameras are off, the prize isn't immediate, and there's no red line painted on the floor.
Making it stick.
Exactly. How do you make that internal transformation stick on the outside? That's the real challenge.